Right. Greetings, fellow grade 12s. It is your favorite tutor, Mr. Hlajayo, and welcome to Back to Basics. Look, what we are doing now, we are basically looking at our arithmetic sequence, right? So we are looking at past papers to try and understand in terms of how do we go about whenever we want to solve these questions, right? Now, if you are not sure in terms of what arithmetic patterns are, you are more than welcome to just go through, check, the playlist above, and then you are going to find some of the most, relevant videos in terms of introduction of your arithmetic sequence, right? Now, let's start. So now from here, let's look at this. So this it is a question paper. I think this was written in June. I think this is Limpopo 2020 4, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Right. Now, what is it then that you are going to do now from here? They are saying now you're having the first three terms of an arithmetic sequence, which is 2p plus 3, p plus 6, and p minus 2. Now, they want us to show in terms of that our P is going to be 11. How do we then go about when, doing that? Now, the first thing that we are going to do here is that we are going to say, look, if this is our first three term, they are saying you're having 2P plus 3, you are having your P plus your 6, you are also having your P minus 2. Now, there is one thing that we know here, right? We know that now, whenever we are looking at our difference within an arithmetic sequence, right? You always say the second term subtract the first term, the third term subtract the second term, right? Now, which means the same thing here. We are going to say this is same as 6. P plus 6 subtract, this is going to be 2P plus your 3. Now, which is going to be now your P also subtract 2 minus, this is same as P plus 6. Altogether. Now, but there is one thing that we know here, right? We know that our difference when it comes to an arithmetic sequence, it must always be the same, right? So which means now you can just equate these two because you know that the difference in there must always be the same, right? So then now, which means this is going to be same as what? Now this is going to be same as your P plus 6, right? So this is same as P plus 6 subtract 2P, and then this is subtract 3 is equals to, this is same as P minus 2. This is going to be minus P, and then this is going to be plus 6. Altogether. And then we are going to collect like terms here, right? Now, as we are collecting like terms, I want you to look at this. The P and P this side are going to cancel each other, which means here you are going to have what here? You are going to have remember this, it must be negative, not positive 6, but this must be negative 6, right? Negative 6, which means here we are going to have negative 8. And then now from here, this is going to be same as your negative P. And then this is going to be plus 3, right? 6 subtract 3 is going to give you that. Now, when you transpose that particular 3 in that side, which means here, or you can take the P that side and take the 8 that side, right? So which means now the value of your P here, it's going to be same as 3 plus 8, which is same as what your P is same as 11, right? Which is what we were required to do, isn't it, right? So that's going to be your first 2 marks that you are having here. Now, let's look at your 3.1.2. Now, they want us to do this. Now, they want us to calculate the smallest value of n for which Tn is less than negative 55. How do we go about in doing that, right? So now, firstly, which means now we are going to firstly find out what is going to be the Tn of this particular pattern, right? Now, how do you find out the Tn? To find the Tn, firstly, you are going to come back and say, look, what is that you're having here? You are having 2. Now we are going to substitute the 11, right? Which means this is 2 into 11 plus 3, which is the first term. The second term is same as 11 plus 6. And then the third term is going to be same as 11 minus what? Minus 2. And what is going to be the first 2 terms here? The first 3 terms in here. So which means now the first 3 terms that you're going to have here, this is same as 22 plus this 3, which is going to be 25, right? Now, and then from here, 11 plus 6 gives you what? This gives you 17. And then 11 subtract 2, this gives you 9, right? And then which means now we are then going to look at our difference. What is going to be the difference? It's same as 17 subtract your 25, which is going to be, this is going to be your -8, and this is still going to be your -8, right? So which means then now we are going to come back and say now Tn is equals to A plus n subtract 1, then this is D. Now what is your A here? Your A is 25, right? Plus this is going to be your n, right? Subtract 1. And what is the difference that you are given here? We said this is -8, right? Now, however, now what is it that you are given here? Remember, I'm just looking for my Tn, right? Now, my Tn here, it's going to be same as what? This is going to be same as your -8n. This is same as -8n when you multiply here, right? And 25 plus 8, right? 25 plus 8 is giving us what? This is going to give us 33, which means this is going to be plus 33, right? Now they said they are looking where your Tn is less than -55, right? So which means this is going to be same as -8n plus 33, right, is less than -55. Isn't that's what they wanted us to do? And then now from here, you are going to collect like terms, which means you are going to have -8n, right? This is -8n. -8n is going to be less than, when I take the 33, this other side is going to be -88, right? And then when you divide both sides, which means now when you divide by -8 and -8 here, right? Remember now, as soon as you divide an inequality sign with a negative, the sign changes, right? So which means your n is going to be where it's greater than 11. Okay, so basically now that's what you are going to have in your 3.1.2. Are we fine, right? Now let's look at now your 3.2 and see. We can start focusing on this one, right? We can start focusing on this one. Now, how can we do that, right? So remember, this gives us our Tn. So we can say now, we can look at what is going to be your term 1. Remember, they said the pattern starts at k is equals to 1, right? So which means we can say, now when you're having x subtracts 3, where there is k, you substitute 1. That's going to be the first term. Your term number 2 is going to be what? Your term number 2 is going to be same as where you're having x subtracts 3, where there is k, you write 2. And then the other one, you're going to have what? You're going to have x subtracts 3, and then where there is k, you are going to write 3. Okay, we're just looking for the first 3 terms and see now, which means the first term here, it's same as x subtracts 3. The second term, it's same as what? X subtract what? Now 3, this is going to be subtract 6. Now from here, this is same as x subtract what? Subtract 9, right? Now, if I can do this, remember they said this is the sum of what? Of 6 terms, isn't it? Now, for an example, which means here, I can still find out what is going to be my last term here, right? My last term, what is that I'm going to do with my last term, which is the term number 6? I can say this is same as what? Even if I am continuing, let's say for an example here, and remember, this is a sum, so which means this is the addition of all that, right? So what is it that I can do now from here? So which means I can say, look, this is same as x subtract 3, and then now this is going to be your 6, right? And which means when I'm doing that, can you see that now the last term that I'm going to have here, it's same as x subtract, this is going to be what? This 3 multiplied by 6, this is going to be 18, isn't it, right? So this is going to be same as your yes, this is going to be same as your 18, right? Then now that I have that, what is the second thing then now I can do? Now I can find out in terms of what is the sum of 6 terms, right? So I can say, what is your Sn of 6? I can look at my sum of 6 terms. And now because I have the last term, I can use this formula, n over 2 into a plus your L. Remember, the A represents the first term, the L represents the last term, which means here I am saying now where there is n, I'm saying 6 over 2 into what is the first term here. This is same as x subtracts 3 plus what is the last term in here that is given. This is same as x subtract 18, right? This is same as x subtract 18, which means now my S of 6, my sum of 6 terms, what is that I'm going to end up having here? Let's see. So which means this is same as 3 into, now if I am doing this, this is going to be same as 3 into what? Now when I look at this, here I'm having x minus 3 plus x minus 18. Now, remember this is x plus x, which means this is going to be same as 2x, right? This is going to be same as 2x, and negative 3 minus 18, this is going to be same as negative what? This is going to be same as negative 21 if I'm not mistaken, right? Right? This is same as negative 21, right? And then now I can multiply with a 3. This is going to be 6x. Then when I say 21 multiplied by 3, I think this is going to be 63, right? Now this is the first part. Now I can come back to the second part, right? Now, because remember this is given by the same, a general formula, there is no need for me to do the first 3 terms. Actually, I can also know in terms of what is the last term of this, right? Because if you can look at this is the sum of 9 terms, right? Which means where there is k, I can look at the 9th term, right? So which means here in the same thing, I can say now my sum of 9 terms is going to be same as, right? Let me firstly find out what is going to be the 9th term, right? The 9th term is going to be same as my x subtracts 3 into 9, right? And then now after that, can you see that this now my the 9th term is going to be same as x subtract what is going to be 3 multiplied by 9. This is 27, right? So which means this is uh, going to be x subtract 27. Now, when I do my sum of 9 now, I'm still using the same formula of n over 2 into a plus what? A plus L, right? Remember the a is still going to be same as x subtract 3 because it's x subtract 3k here, and then even this side, it was same as x subtract 3k, right? So which means now where there is n, I write my 9 over 2 into what is my a? My a is still going to be same as x subtract what? Subtract 3 plus this is going to be same as my x subtract 27, right? And then now from here, this is same as 9 over 2 into, now this is 9. Remember, yes, this is going to be 9 over 2 into, what is going to be this one now? X and x, this is still going to give you 2x, right? And then this is going to give you negative 30, right? Negative 30. Oh, it's okay. Then now, what is it then that you are going to have now from here? So, and now after that, what is it then that you are going to do? Remember now, from here, this is sum of 9. Let's look at in terms of what is the answer that you are going to have here, right? When you say 9 over 2 multiplied by 2x, this is going to be same as 9x, right? When you say 9 over 2 multiplied by 30, I think this is going to be same as negative 135, if I'm not mistaken, right? This is 135, yes. Right? And then now from here, which means what else then now are we going to do? Now we are going to equate this, right? Let me just remove this a little bit. Now we are going to equate this, right? We know that, look, if you are looking for the sum of, remember here, they want us to prove that this is equals to this, it is going to give us 0. Remember, because when you look at 15, remember 15, when you say 6 plus your 9, can you see that this is going to give you your 15, isn't it, right? So now that we have this, which means now we are going to take these two and equate them just like what they did here. I mean this one, right? Which means we are going to have now what? 6x subtract 63 is equals to what? Is equals to 9, right? This is going to be same as equals to 9. This is 9x subtract 135, right? We can collect like terms here. We can take this, the 6 this side, which means this is going to be same as 3x. Then when you take this 135 this other side, you are going to have 72, right? This is going to be 72. Then divide by 3 both sides, which means therefore the value of our x here is going to be given by 24. Oh, it's okay. Now, and if our x is given by 24, what is it then that you are going to do now from here? We are going to now prove that if I can take this, right? Remember now I have my x, right? Now, if I can take this x and substitute it in here, am I indeed going to find what? Am I indeed going to find my what? Am I going to find my 0, right? So now you are going to come back here. Now let's remove this one, right? Now, am I going to find my 0? Let's see. Now, what is it then that you're going to do now from here? You're going to look at sum of 19. Luckily, right? Remember now we found out what is our x, right? So we are going to say, look, S of 15, right? This now S of 15, isn't that this is same as N over 2 into, we say A plus L, right? Can you find the last term of this? Yes, because remember this is still given by the same formula. We can just say X subtract 3 into 15, right? And then this is X subtract what? This is X subtract 45, right? So which means now here we are going to say 15 over, this is 15 over 2 into what was the A. Now, I want you to look at something. Remember, the A was going to be same as X subtract 3 plus this was going to be X subtract 45, right? But now we found out what was our X, right? So where there is X, we can still substitute with 24, right? So which means this is going to be same as 15 over 2 into, this is going to be 24 subtract 3. Right, 24 subtract 3 plus this is going to be same as 24 subtract 45, right? And see in terms of what is it that you are going to get here. When you plug all of this in your calculator, right? When you plug all of this in your calculator, the answer that you are going to get, it is 0, right? Once again, the answer that you are going to get here, it is going to be 0. Once again, and now by so doing, which means now indeed you have proven that your sum of 6 and 9 in totality, they are the same as 15, which is given by what? Which is given by 0. Okay, now basically this is how we go about whenever we are proving this type of question. Hopefully all of this makes sense, and thank you very much for listening.